Hi, hello Prodipta, how are you?
Hi, I'm good. How are you, Dev?
I'm great, thanks for asking. Actually, I'm not that great. Uh, how's the weather for you? I'll tell you afterwards how I am.
Oh, I love monsoon.
Okay.
So I'm a big fan of peacocks and all these things, and they love to dance in monsoon, right?
Right.
So because of that, I'm a big fan of monsoon, and I'm loving this weather. To be very frank.
So now I'll tell you why I'm not okay. I'm not okay because you have come very late to us.
Oh
We have
my
been
God.
calling you for like a month now, but you
Yeah.
always postpone, but it's okay. We also postpone, so it's fair now. But then having said that, I want to understand how are you exactly, the place that you are in right now in terms of life, how's everything going on?
So I'll say I am content. Obviously, there's a long way to go to be completely happy and satisfied with your goals, with your place in life. So in the process of that, in the right direction. So that is what matters for me right now. And obviously, the weather is also supporting me quite a lot.
Right.
It's my favorite weather, and
Right.
and I'm with a very lovely person.
I know, right? Thank
so,
you.
I'm very happy currently.
Right. So you just told about happy, like, there's a long process to be happy, but then I want to understand what's happiness for you. What's the definition?
Okay, so when you're talking about happiness, that comes from multiple parameters in life, right? So mostly I feel like there's three parameters in life, okay? As per me.
Okay.
So one is definitely your family and friends, that's your personal connections.
Right.
Then comes your achievements in life. Whatever you have gained, whatever you wanted to gain, you have gained a recognition, you have done something good for someone, you have done some service for someone. So that is one. And the third and the most important thing for everyone is the monetary or the financial freedom of yourself.
Right.
So
Right.
these three things for me is the most important thing. After that, there's obviously other things that
Right.
addition.
But these are like the three most important.
Exactly.
When did you come to understand that these are the three important things?
So I feel like I'm a quite spiritual person. So
Okay.
it's been very long time I'm dealing with all these things. I'm trying to understand myself. I'm trying to understand the human psyche altogether. So I feel like that's how I've figured it out.
Right. So how is it to be religious? Because I'm not supposedly much more of a religious person.
I'm
so I
not
want to
religious.
understand.
I feel I'm spiritual.
Okay. Spiritual.
Yeah.
Yes.
So obviously I believe in God, and also obviously I'm religious. But the thing is, when it comes to spirituality, so I feel like that is more about how you deal with your energy. Right. And everybody have a separate energy to them, and when you meet someone, okay, you feel a certain type of energy from them. It's positive, it's negative, it's complicated and all that thing. And I feel like I try to understand that. I try to understand. So for example, I'm an artist, right? So I'm running a company which is into commercial art altogether. So when I paint, I feel my energy is in the best. I feel so positive. I feel that positive aura around me. And so that is what. Like I'm just trying to understand energy of the complete system, and I'm trying to go with the flow and to make it the best thing possible.
Right. Perfect. So now, since you have spoken about you being an artist,
Yes.
how did that journey begin, and what are you doing as of now?
Definitely, I'll tell you. So it's been quite an interesting journey for me. So when you're talking about artistry, so I feel my mom is one of the very creative people that I know in my life.
You have not known me now. I'm like the most.
Oh, really? I'd love to know you then. But jokes apart, my mom is a very creative person. So when I was of age of 3, so my mom put me into all kinds of creative things possible. So I was into.
Where were you born and brought up?
So I'm born and brought up in Kolkata.
Okay.
Exactly. And as you know, Bengalis are very much into all sorts of creative things, correct? Yeah. So my mom is, usse bhi zyada, right?
Okay.
So she put me into everything. She put me into singing. She put me into swimming. She put me into martial arts. She put me into a little bit of dancing at first, not too much. It's not my forte as such.
Okay.
So I did not.
But martial art
it.
is, right?
Yes,
Beware.
I love martial arts.
Right.
So I was into yoga. Like I had a lot of classes. Okay, I obviously had painting. How can I forget that?
Right.
So like 5-6 classes altogether. Correct. So from that,
So every day 5-6 classes, or like weekly
like
ones?
in a week, like I had like 1 or 2 classes for everything, right? Uske upar my tuitions, this and that. Like I was never home.
Okay.
So that's how it normally started. Because my mom, is like, मेरी बेटी सबसे सब कुछ सीखेगी and she will experience everything possible.
Wow.
So from that I started.
But this is actually downside to it also. And then upside to also. Upside to it is because you'll explore everything and then you'll finally choose one.
Yes.
But downside is maybe you'd never focus on anything.
Yeah. So I'm like, that jack of all trades sort of thing. But, in this process also, I feel like this is a very beautiful thing because there's a lot of people who don't get to experience everything. Where I feel like I've experienced a lot in my life. And because of that, I have a clarity that this is the thing I want to take forward. Right? So I have understood my passion as well. So that is a very beautiful process altogether. See, everybody has their own journey, and I feel like this journey has helped me a lot. And when it comes to my business, so my business name is Almanac, and where we are providing workshops, art education, commercial art, like we have collaborations with interior designers, and it's a beautiful process altogether. I'll tell you more about it in the in the coming time, right? So the thing is, how Almanac journey started, or my business journey started. So I remember when I came to Hyderabad, I came for my MBA, right? So after that, I joined my first job. So I was in Arte at first, correct? So at that time, I have a very good friend of mine. So he gifted me a dream catcher. Okay. So one day what happened, I was just sleeping in my bed and I was just looking at the dream catcher. I was looking at it quite long time, and it was very pretty. All the colors were there, and it was those feathers and everything. It was very lovely. So I was just looking at it, and I was like, okay, who has made it? What was the thought behind it? And are they selling it somewhere? I did not have any idea about dream catchers at that time. Okay, and that was the very first dream catcher I saw. It was very beautiful to look at, right? It was just.
What age? At what age? You were like hardly what?
I don't know, like after MBA.
13, after MBA. So you should be like 20, 21, 22?
It was 2017 or 2018. The time I'm talking about, right? So then I thought, like, कौन बनाता है? So I should also learn this. क्या है नहीं है? Let's learn the journey of the artist, whoever has done it, right? Then what I did a very good big research in dream catchers and who are selling it in India, who are doing this and that. I went to a lot of artists in like offline also. Like I went to different fleas. I went to Shilparamam. I talked to a lot of artists. Like, what are they doing about it? Like, this is a very beautiful piece that they are making. So from that onwards, I started to explore the Indian craftsmanship altogether. Right. So वहाँ से मुझे ये पता चला they have a lot of challenges in their life, because mostly when you see India, the artists are from a very poor background. Or maybe their grandfathers, grandmothers were doing it and they're just continuing, but they are not making as much as money possible.
Correct.
So and a lot of artists told me that I want to sell it more, I want to do it more, but I don't have the education or the platform to do it. So what people are doing, they are just taking it from them and just selling it somewhere outside, this and that. They don't have any idea about it. They don't have a clarity. Right? आपका सामान आप किसको दे रहे हो, कहाँ पे जा रहा है उसके बाद. So I felt the pain, right? कि this is something that should not happen. So I wanted to find a solution. So then one by one, like I started my journey ki, okay, I'll make a platform for all the artists, mostly for Indian artists, where they can showcase their, Indian craftsmanship altogether, and they will be having a proper platform to sell and showcase. Simple. So I started my journey from there. So it was going really well, but there's a lot of challenges also when you're talking about making an e-commerce platform, making because art is a very abstract thing altogether, right? So for example, I'm making an art, so you can copy it and tell that's yours. So there's a lot of issues that we have to figure it out. So we are in the process of figuring it out. So it was going really well. But as I was also doing my job and my business, like I was just juggling everything. So I gained a lot of knowledge, I gained a lot of clarity from that, but I could not take that forward at that moment as much as I wanted. Right, so it was still in the process. It is still right now also, that's my main motto, that I'll just make a proper platform for the artist. Because
what are the challenges you're facing?
Okay, so when it comes to challenges, I'll say finding a proper team. Because see, now artists can be of multiple kinds. So for example, and art also is having a very big segments altogether. Like if you're seeing like how many segments are there in art, there's unlimited, right? पहले तो उसको आपको एक properly structural way में लाना है कि these are the things I'm trying to sell, this is the things I'm trying to portray to my customers or my clients, and these are the services I can provide. Okay, you figure that out. After that, you have to figure out a proper team. I feel like artists are very good creators, but they are not good very marketers.
Right.
Okay,
right.
So
and I think they can't work in a team as well. I think
exactly.
if you put a bunch of artists together and ask them to work together.
Exactly.
Right.
So these are the challenges you have to overcome when you're trying to do this, right? Because artists are very free-minded, right? They want to sell, they want to do, but it is a little hard. I understand the challenge because I'm also an artist, and I get it. I totally get it. But the thing is, I just wanted to find a solution to it, and I know I will find it. I am finding it because right now our company has worked with at least 30-40 artists currently. Okay. I'll tell you, like I was just going to that. Right. So then comes the journey of Almanac, so which me and my partner Pooja, so we started 2 years back. Okay, and so she was staying in a society, right? She was staying in Aditya Imperial Heights. Okay. So I came and told ki itna acha society mein you are staying, why don't you do something here? Okay, let's
how come you started? No, I want to understand the whole story. How did you start the conversation?
Okay, so okay, we just met through some mutual friends and all, and she's a very lovely artist. Okay. Before that, I had another partner in my business that I was talking you about, that I was in the journey from 2017-18. Right. So she had some family issues. She has to backed out. Okay. So then I found Pooja. So she was like very good artist. She was making her own pieces and everything.
What is she into?
So I saw a lot of mandalas in in her place, right? So it was very perfect. It was very nice, very lovely. So I'm like, okay, we can make something together. Right.
So you were the one basically to pitch the idea.
I pitched the idea, and she obviously added a lot of course. Good things into it. Right. Because see, any project that has to be done, that has to be a collaborative project. Right. Not only among the founders, it also has to be among the team. Correct. Right. So when everybody is in the right place, a proper beautiful things come. Right. So the thing is, then in her society, we did the first workshop. Okay, in Aditya Imperial, and it was like artful beginning. So the thing is, over there some 60 to 70 kids came for a proper art workshop. And believe me, that was one of the awesome days of our life, and everybody was so much into like painting, and we were just communicating with everyone, and they were just trying to make us understand what they have made, and those are kids, right. And one beautiful thing, so art is supposed to make you feel something. Okay, right. So the main motto of art, that when you see an art piece, so I'm supposed to feel an emotion. Right. There has to be a story. Right. So what these kids were doing, I remember 1 or 2 kids, they were coming to me and they were just telling, मैंने ये paint किया है, and I am showing this into this, and this is the story behind it. And they are like 5-6 years ka kid, and they are trying to tell me a story behind the art piece, right? Right. It was really beautiful experience altogether. So from that we got the kick. Okay, so we can make it a little bigger also. So let's start with more of workshop. Then we'll just go back into this e-commerce and the platform idea that I had as well. So like it all came together. So it's one by one. We're just trying to fall into places jahan pe hona chahiye, and we're just going in the right direction.
Right.
And thanks to God, definitely.
Right.
So yes, that's what.
Right. So you told now Almanac has more than 70 artists.
Yes, so we are working with around 40 artists currently.
Okay.
And also we have done like 200 plus workshops in the last 2 years. We have great collaborations currently. Like we worked with Tinder, we worked with Audi, we worked with very lovely brands, and they're very supportive. They are very creative altogether.
Right.
So it's been a lovely journey, and coming forward you'll be seeing a lot of other things also coming on in our way.
Right.
So yes.
I understand that, but since we'll be talking more of your professional life as well, I want to understand how did you get onto this collaborations, because of course a lot of other people would want to know. So companies like Audi or like Tinder, this is like a big deal. So how did that happen to you?
So I feel like we have a very good Instagram presence right now, and from that only we get a lot of deals at this moment.
Okay.
And
so they reach out to you.
They reach out to us normally.
Perfect.
And if we want to go and collaborate with a brand, definitely we go out and collaborate, because these brands are awesome and there's no way to say no to them, right?
Right.
All these brands are very lovely brands.
Right.
And we have gotten so much support from them, so definitely.
Perfect. So this is your professional life, but then now we'll get into your personal life.
Oh my God, I don't have one right now.
Now I can see you're like very composed and calm, but then when you were a kid, you were into 7 to 8 classes, not 7 to 8, maybe 5 to 6. So you had different classes, you have learned many things, but I want to understand, how was your childhood? Were you like a busy kid or a intelligent kid, notorious kid? What kind of a kid were you?
So from childhood, I'll say I was quite what should I say? I'm not trying to. I'm not being able to find a solution.
You were like quiet?
No, not at all.
Notorious,
I was
mysterious,
not quiet.
mischievous.
Mischievous, yes. But I always like to be the center of attention. Like, okay, I'll just do everything. I'll take care of everything. Like, I was a little bit like that. I know it's a little irritating.
But you are taking care of everything even now, so it's fair.
No, it is a little funny at times. But I remember in my school, like in all the events, I used to be like going to the stage, recite something, or like doing some performances, and when people used to tell like good things, I was like so happy about it. Yay, I've done something. I've been very used to it that my mom has pushed me, to be as best as possible into things, and I've gained that. I've been good, so I feel like yes, I have a very good childhood. I had lovely friends. I had a lovely time altogether.
Do you have a nickname?
I have. So see, my nickname changes a lot. So my name is Prodipta, right? It's a little hard to pronounce.
Right.
So every
not for me.
time,
Not for me. It's very.
Not for me.
Yeah,
Sorry, not for you. I'm pretty sure, but for a lot of people. Everywhere I go, people are like, change my name to something else. It always happens. Like, Prodipta, uske baad Shudipta, or like something. People never remember my name. That's a big issue of mine. Okay. So normally now I have started to say, if you forget my name, call me Pro.
Okay.
Sorted and simple.
Like Pro, nice. Yeah.
Exactly. So now that has become my nickname currently.
Okay.
So people call me Pro.
Right. So when you were a kid, how was your connection with your parents? Because I believe that not everyone has parents, unfortunately, but the ones who have the right parents are very lucky, right?
Yes.
So
Definitely.
I want to understand, how was your connection with your parents? Were you lucky?
Yes, definitely. And my dad has, never said no to anything, whatever I asked him to, like in my career, in my
I'm sure you asked all the
education.
good things.
I have asked the good things. Yes, I remember. So one time I remember, because see, they normally never said no to me, okay?
Right.
So there's this time I wanted to buy a guitar.
Okay.
And that is the first time they did not agree, okay?
Was it a shock to you?
Yeah, pretty much. Okay, it was a shock to me. And I did not eat for a day. I know it is not supposed to be like that, but what I get that. So I did not eat. I like cried the whole day. Why are not giving me a guitar? Because I wanted to learn guitar. ठीक है? Then उन लोगों ने खरीद के दिया. उसके बाद I learned that for 6 months to a year. उसके बाद I felt like this is not my thing.
Okay.
Right? So I feel like what your mom and dad says, no, they know what is actually good and bad for you. They say it for a reason, and sometimes it's good to listen.
Right.
So that is what I feel.
But it's okay. You are exploring. I mean, what if you would have been a great?
I still have that guitar. It's very pretty guitar.
Is there? Please send us the pictures. We're going to post it.
Definitely.
Yeah, we'll give it a nice farewell. What are you planning to do with the guitar?
It's still in the मेरे जो अलमीरा है उसके ऊपर रखा हुआ है वो तो I have not opened it like in ages. So I have this I have a lot of instrument at my home. So I have harmonium, I have tabla, I have bansuri, I have a lot of things. So whenever
you tried everything?
Yeah, I was a singer, right?
How old are you? इतना time मिलता कैसे आपको?
Don't ask me the age.
I know, no, I'm not asking. We're not asking. She's sweet 16.
Yes.
We're all agreeing to it. If anyone does not, go to. But then, I want to understand because you were already doing 5 to 7 classes, and then you have all these musical instruments, and I'm pretty sure you have all tried it when you were a kid.
Yes.
Between what?
No,
10 to 15, 16 age,
16,
you explored?
17. I have learned from very long time. This painting and singing have continued for 15, 16 years.
Yeah,
altogether.
just so I understand.
So that's why I have harmonium and all these things.
You played harmonium also?
Yes.
I'd love to play. I'd want to see how you play harmonium. I've never seen a woman playing a harmonium.
Really?
I've never seen. I don't know. Maybe there are great artists, but
so
I don't know.
that actually helps in making your voice very clear. Because when you practice sargam saregamapadhanisa, so it actually helps in proper opening of your vocal cords and everything. Right. So that is how harmonium helps.
Right.
So believe me, whenever I go home now, I just open my harmonium. I just play for some time. It feels so serene. I can't tell.
Where's your home? Where's your home place? In Kolkata, right?
Yes,
of course.
Exactly.
So the parents are there, or are they living with you?
No, my parents are there. So I'm planning to bring them here. So let's see.
All right. So you told about your father, the guy who'd never say no to you.
Yes.
And pretty much he shouldn't be the only guy in your life. How about the other guys in your life? The friends or love? How's everything about it?
Okay. I had a very good experience with male connections altogether. Few not so good.
Okay. Understandable.
Yeah. But most of the things were very nice. See, I'm a very positive person. As you can see, I'm very bubbly as well. I normally is. So the thing is, I'll say it was good only. I'll never say anything bad to anyone because that's wrong. So no.
No, but be honest. Who were wrong?
What do you want to know?
No. So, how has love been to you? How has love been to you? And was
Tricky.
it kind? It was tricky?
Very.
Okay.
First, when it started, it was very beautiful. Okay. For the first 6-7 years of my life, when I started exploring love and connection altogether. But after that, it's not been so good to me because I feel like when the generation changes, a lot of mindset change also happens in people.
Right.
Nowadays, people don't want to put that 100% efforts into anyone, and it's not only other people. I have also a little bit maybe became like that, where the attention span of people is very less because of social media, because of so many things that's happening around us. So because of that, I feel the love has suffered quite a lot in everybody's life because that effort, so jab, first you fall in love, that writing letters, that giving cards, waiting for someone school ke bahar, so these are the prettiest thing that you experience, right? But right now nobody does it because people are it's not important enough. My career is important, my this is important, my that is important, but love is not important enough. So I feel because of generation changes and all, a lot of things has.
No, I really think that it's because of the balance.
Yeah.
People before, they somehow used to bring that balance, or somehow they try to bring that balance. I think nowadays people don't try to bring that balance. I mean, career is important as well. Agreed. Understandable, but at the same time love is also important. So it depends on you how exactly you're balancing it. And I believe people are giving up because of this balance. They don't want to bring that balance.
Correct.
And most of the times, not just this, I also see this is like one of the problems of most, but other problems are also there, where someone is not ready for commitment and all of that, and agreeable completely where they come from. But at the same time, I think people who really wants to be in your life, they will make space, they will make that balance, they will try to at least make the balance. And
believe me, when you are with someone, mostly I'll say about romantic relationships, when you're in a very good place, it gives you so much stability in your life, in your career. You become very grounded and become very happy, right? You become very joyous.
Your focus, I mean, you know what to focus on.
Exactly, you become very joyous altogether, right? So definitely, I give it a very much big importance in my life, but so it also have to happen automatically.
Correct.
We just can't force things, right? So that is my feeling towards it. Definitely, I have become, I have been very lucky at first, but later it has become a little tricky with me, but hopefully awesome in the future.
You're very young, there's lots of time. I guess with the right person, it becomes a strength. It's never your weakness. Love is never your weakness. I think the way today I am here sitting with you, talking to you and talking to other people as well, I think it's all because of the kind of love that I received from my mom, from my sister, and I do not have a romantic partner. So I think this is all because I can channelize.
It's information to all the girls. If you want to date Dave, contact him.
Right, but then I guess this is how you flourish basically. Without love, I don't think we can flourish. I'm a very great romantic when it comes to love. Thinking about love, because I'm a big fan of Shah Rukh Khan.
Oh,
yeah, he's like my always always natural. So I think this is why I've known love from a very early age, from DDLJ itself. Ki ye pyar hota hai, you can do everything, and of course you have to be right also. You just can't say ki it's just because it's love you do all the wrong things.
Correct.
Be right, and if the right person is there with you, I think that's your biggest strength.
Correct.
Right. So love hasn't been kind to you right now. It's like
right
tricky.
Now, yes.
But how's everything going on right now? So are you like looking are you meeting, or how is it? How's everything? Or are you completely focused on your work?
So currently I'm completely focused on my work.
Tell me.
I'm just a little tired of all this tug of war between minds.
होता है क्या ये?
होता है, obviously होता है.
You're scaring me अभी मैं. No, I'm not. Yeah. Okay.
So please don't do tug of war, guys. The thing is, jokes apart, the thing is, right now I'm really focused on my career and my business altogether. I have a great support system, and I want to continue with that, like in the very, long goal altogether.
Until you can't do it anymore.
Until maybe I'm dead. I am really into this concept altogether. So I want to continue it, and I want to serve people as much as possible in the artistic realm. So that is what.
Right.
So love not a priority right now.
Right. Okay, now we'll come back to your business.
Yes, please.
So since you have mentioned about your business partner.
Yes.
And I know she's wonderful in the way you just mentioned her to me. I want to understand, what are the things that you love about her? And be mindful, she might be listening.
I'm sure she will.
Yeah. So tell me, what do you love the most about? Because see, when it comes to businesses, or when it comes to any journey, any venture that you're doing with your friends, it can be tricky as well.
Correct.
Right. Sometimes it gets very tricky. Sometimes you can't tell what you're exactly feeling, because your friend might get hurt, not the business partner, but your friend might get hurt.
It's a journey, believe me. It's a very
So I want to understand the journey of yours working with your friend as a business partner.
Correct.
I want to understand that part.
So see, this is not the first time I'm working with a friend. The friends have supported me throughout my whole journey altogether. As I told you, I had another partner. She has been one of the very good support system in my life. So right now, when I'm talking about Pooja, she has also been a very great support system to me, and obviously a great partner in business. So what I like about her, that see, I am a person who is always finding ideas, trying to do something creative, this that. It is a little hard for me to stay in the ground. So I always stay in the a little bit in the sky. I'll just do this, right? I need somebody to just hold the ground for me sometimes. And she's a great taskmaster. So that has really helped a lot, because when we are talking about some idea, right? We both found out some idea. This is what we're going to do.
Right.
So it should not be like tomorrow we are jumping to another idea. We should stick to one idea, like then execute it, then go to the other idea. And she helped a lot into that process, because she's like, okay, she's a very practical person. I'm a little, a very delusional person at times.
Yeah. Is it because of the dream catcher your friend gifted you?
Exactly. So she really helps with the practical aspects of things, to remind me that these are the things also has to be done.
Right.
And like we have become like very good support to each other, because it's like two sides of the things, and we're just balancing it up.
Right. What are the things that you don't like about her?
Don't like about her? Okay. So I feel like she can be little, she gets mad at me at times, and I don't like people getting mad at me at all.
Okay.
Because I'm not normally a very.
So what do you do? Wait, girls getting mad at each other is like very interesting. Last time I've seen a video where girls are into cat fights, and it's one of the most highly watched.
Oh no! I don't.
No,
do
I
cat
understand.
fights. I love my hair. Sorry.
No. I understand that, but then I want to understand, like, give me a scenario where she got mad at you.
Okay, see, we have like difference of opinion, obviously.
Obviously.
Because I am thinking from a different perspective. She is different from a different perspective. I'm not telling anybody's wrong here.
Correct, of course.
But it's a different views altogether. तो इसको लेके कभी-कभी हम लोग के बीच में काफी झगड़ा होता है कि
कैसे होता है झगड़ा? WhatsApp पे होता है?
नहीं सामने करते हैं. So and we were like. How you are just telling this is not logical, and I'm like, no, you are just telling this is nobody to like, and this and that, like we will try to find our own grounds and sometimes fight. Simple. But last we try to see what is actually good for our clients and stick to that idea.
One thing I'll tell you, I understand, we all fight, friends, we all fight. I also have friends, and I do fight. No, I don't fight. I'm a very calm person. But then what I do is I'll tell you a trick. Next time you get into a fight, whenever you get into a fight, pause. Yeah, just pause. Like whenever you're getting into a fight and you know that this is getting out of your hands, or you both are actually quarreling, or any kind of relationship, not just your business partner, anything, pause. Play the most favorite song that you have ever liked. Just play a song.
Really?
Listen to it. Yeah. Try this.
This is a new concept.
I know, right? Just pause. Both of you. If you're like face to face, just both of you pause and then listen to that song.
Okay.
Just tell her, like, let's pause, let's hear a song. Listen to that song and then start the conversation. You'll not fight anymore. Because by listening to that song, your brain calms, and then it actually functions in a much more demeanor way. So once you do that, I'm telling you, from now on, you try this and let me know.
We have to find a good song, like which
any song. If not, just pause for a minute. Just pause for a minute. If you don't want to play the song, skip it. Just pause for a minute. 8 minutes. Stopwatch.
I get the song. Taal se taal.
Yeah, perfect. Yeah, this can happen. Yeah. So
just make the taal se taal milao.
Yeah, perfect. So just pause for a minute. If not, play a song and then talk. It would be great. Because what happens is, me and my best friend, we both fight a lot. And we mostly fight when we are traveling. Right, when we are together, of course, right? Whenever we are together, we fight. So whenever something like that happens, we both keep shut for a minute. And then look at each other and smile. That's how it's been for me. So maybe you can try. Let me know if it works for you. Please text me.
Writing it down.
Yeah, please. So I think that's with business partners again, and especially when they're friends, I think this happens most of the times. But it's good that you're not giving up, because most businesses fail when they give up.
I'll tell you something. Giving up का question तभी आता है when you don't have your priorities clear. So I, in my mind, is very clear that see, all the conversation aside, I have a very big goal that I want to serve a lot of artists as well as art enthusiasts, जहाँ पे I'm trying to make something very creative here, right? I'm trying to bring more colors to the world. जितना हो सके. See, everybody will not be able to do maybe for the world. But if I'm being able to do for a town, if I'm being able to do for a
apartment, let's say
apartment also,
apartment,
that is also
cafe.
Achievement, right? So I'm trying to bring more colors and creativity to the world. So when you're clear about your target, your destination, your goal,
the journey becomes easier.
And believe me, the right people will keep on joining you. Correct. So it may be your business partner, it might be your team, it might be your partner in life, it might be anybody and everybody, but when you're in the right direction, you're looking for a right goal, for a bigger cause, believe me, things will become easier.
All right. I'll go now, call my friends and start doing business.
You're already doing something very good.
But I don't do it with my friends, right? So I'll do something with my friends.
Got that. But you're doing a very lovely job.
Yeah.
I just heard about Project C.
Foundation. Yeah.
And maybe you should also talk about it a lot to people, because that have the ability to help millions. So why not?
Right. So talking about that, we were having a conversation. You mentioned about how you also faced mental health issues.
Yes.
So I want to understand what exactly has happened. Not exactly the details, but then what
definitely.
happened.
See, now I'm very glad we can openly talk about mental health, right?
Right.
Because see, our upbringing, our friend circle, our current life, everything have some good things and have some bad situation that keeps on coming, right?
Correct.
अगर अच्छा है तो बुरा भी होगा.
Right.
And as a human tendency, we are not very used to handling the bad things in a easier way. क्योंकि आपको like everybody says that, you also would be knowing, जब कोई हंसता है ना, nobody stops them. But somebody cries, your mom and dad, your friends will come and tell, don't cry.
Right.
Why not cry? Right? That is also emotion.
Right.
So I feel like we don't know how to deal with the bad situations in our life easily. Because of that, the mental health issues comes, and it is very natural. So I have been into like these issues because I just had a very good connection with someone and it broke. I had issues with my friends, jahan pe they were not being able to understand me. I had issues with trying to accept myself in a way. So I'm very self-critical person, what I feel. I become very hard on myself at times. Why you are not doing this? Why you are not being like this? Why you are not being able to achieve this under this timeline? I also become very critical at myself.
Right.
I'm not supposed to, but I feel like being a very ambitious person, you sometimes become like that. So in all these things, you need some support of people. जहाँ पे लोग आके तुमको बोल सकते, you are not wrong, but you just need some support. You just need some guidance altogether, which will lead to a better place.
Right.
Correct.
Right.
So because of these issues only, I have been through some issues, like mental health issues.
Right. One thing is, we all, everyone, it's very natural that we are very hard on ourselves. Right?
Yeah.
It's very natural. So what has worked for you? Like whenever you were hard on yourself, what did you do? Did you get into a solution where you can deviate yourself or divert yourself and
I'll
do
tell
something?
you.
Yeah.
So there's 2-3 solutions that I normally apply when I'm being too hard on myself, when I'm trying to find a solution.
Right. When you think that you're not doing enough, when you think that you're failing, or you're a fail or something, you do, right, that self-doubt comes up. So what do you do?
So first solution, what I will say, that is most of the people does. Sometime it works. Just throw yourself into work.
Okay.
Right?
Perfect.
Then you stop thinking about the issues that has happened. You just go into your research, your business, your work altogether. Correct? Then you deviate yourself. That is one.
Right.
Second, meditation.
Right.
I am a big fan of meditation, and I feel like that gives you so much of perspective about a single situation that helps to unravel a lot of things. And वो जो एक क्या बोलते हैं, मेलन से आप वो जो एक करके ये निकालते हो ना, वो जो अंदर का फ्रूट निकलता है. So that is the most beautiful thing, and that helps in the meditation helps in that a lot. So meditation third, and last अगर कुछ option नहीं है, I just close my room and I just play some nice music and I try to dance.
Okay.
Dance crazy, do whatever you can. Right. And believe me, when you are releasing a lot of oxytocin and adrenaline, you become a little happier, you become a little less self-critical. You just accept. ठीक है, अभी नहीं तो कल करेंगे. और अभी अगर ये नहीं हो पा रहा है तो फिर I'll find another solution to it.
Right. I think I have not done the dance part, but I've heard the music, on very loud speakers and all of that. Yes. That I've done. But I believe one thing that has really helped for me, I think it might help for everyone as well, is that basically you feel down or you are harsh on yourself when you think that nothing that you do is rewarding, is getting rewarded.
Okay.
Right? Because as human beings, we are very rational, and whenever we do something, right, we try to get a reward out of it. So let's say you're putting your hard work into something. It can be a relationship, it can be cooking food or anything, as simple as anything. Correct. Whenever you're doing something, you're putting your hard work, you want a certain reward.
Correct.
And you get upset or you start getting harsh on yourself or you get low when you're not getting that reward.
Correct.
Right. So I have found this mantra of mine where, let's say I'm harsh, I do a certain thing where I know that I will get a reward.
Okay.
Right.
Give me an example.
Okay. So what happened when I started the studio? For almost 4 months, I did not bring any guests.
Okay.
Right. I did not bring guests because I thought that I should make it perfect.
Oh yes.
I'm a bit of a perfectionist.
I know. I thought.
So I thought I'll make things, everything, at place. I'll decorate the whole place. I'll do this. I'll do that, and then I'll have the whole strategy in mind and all of that. So for 2 to 3 months, I was all into this, and of course I did not get any guests and I did not record anything. So when that process was happening, when I was trying to be perfect, I knew that I was little low and I was not of that energy. So the next thing that I knew that I can do is call a guest. And as soon as I called the guest, as soon as she accepted the invitation and she was on the on the chair, I started being happy again. I was happy because I knew that whatever I was trying to do, I finally got a reward. But then this is like a very big example. It can be as simple as that, cook food for your mom. If your mom likes it, it's a reward to you.
Oh, that is a very rewarding thing.
So do anything that you know that you'll get a reward. And anything, when I say, that's completely up to you. It necessarily shouldn't be a cooking thing. It necessarily shouldn't be a playing the music or something. Anything that you know about yourself, because no one knows you better than you, right?
Yeah.
So whenever you know that you can do a certain thing and you'll definitely get a reward. It can be monetary reward also. If you focus on your business, if you're selling an art piece or you're making an art piece, you get rewarded. So anything that will reward you, do it as soon as possible. Once you're rewarded, I'm sure you'll have a better mindset to look at things clearly, because then you're not low. And I always believe that when you're low, you can't function, you can't work.
Correct.
Right? You know that 10-15 काम है, करना है. But the very first thing that your mind says is, first यहाँ से निकल जा.
Yes.
पहले ये, like whatever pit hole you are in, वहाँ से निकलोगे तभी काम कर पाओगे. So you can't ever function being low. You have to come out of it and then work. And results would be awesome. You can also be in the pit and also work, but then results would be slower. Okay. So try to get out of it as soon as possible. It can be catching up with a friend. The reward can be,
that really
certain
helps,
laughter.
Talking to a good friend who can listen to you.
Correct. You would laugh certain things and you'll get your reward. Chalo, isse baat kiya, I've got my reward, that I'm smiling again or laughing again. So do something that will reward you as soon as possible.
I'll tell you one more thing when you're talking about this. So as I told you, I'm very self-critical, right? I have felt it can be lessened a little bit when you start appreciating yourself for the small things that you do.
Right.
So for example, you just is painting something, okay? That's very minimal, maybe a one-line painting you're doing, okay? But now what you will do, you'll just look at the canvas, you'll just start judging, oh, this line is not perfect, this is not happening, this is that. Usse alawa, you start telling this is actually good. Okay, these are the things that can be improved. I'm not telling this can't be improved, but you have done a great job. You just pat yourself, you have done a great job. Doesn't matter you have done or not.
Right.
But once you start appreciating yourself, you become better in the process.
Right.
See, nobody's perfect, right? And we're all learning in the process. Right now, today I came to a podcast. I'm not a professional speaker or somebody who is like talking everything perfect, right? But I'm learning in the process. And once I go home, I should tell myself, I have tried. I have done the good job that I could, given the information. I have done my best.
Right.
That's all. So it actually gives you a boost in your everyday life.
Right.
So that's what you should continue.
Right. So talking about mental issues, you have visited the psychologist, if I'm not wrong. You have seeked help.
Yeah.
How was the process? Because most of the people are afraid actually. They still do not go to a psychologist and they still avoid, and they think that eating ice cream at the night at 2 a.m. would solve their problems, which can if you are hungry, but it wouldn't when you're not.
It will just increase your sugar levels. No.
So tell me that process. So how, because I'm sure it also takes lots of guts to actually go to a person and talk to your problems and seek help.
Yes.
So I want to understand that process so that people get encouraged.
Okay. So first of all, see. You have to understand the severity of your issues. That your mind and your body will only tell. Believe me, it's a natural process. So first of all, if you're in the very starting stage of this, okay, you should find a friend who can be your side without judging you for the situation or for the emotions that you're feeling. Right. So I'll just take one of my friends' name. Her name is Swati. Like, she's my previous partner, right? So she has been a great support in my life. Whenever I wanted to talk about something, like something bad happened in my life, I used to just call her and cry, laugh, whatever I wanted to do. I just used to share it with her. Believe me, at that time, it has helped a lot in my whole journey. And she used to do the same thing to me. So we were just our 3 a.m. friends,
Right.
You get that idea, right?
Right.
So if you can find some support system which can always be there for you without judging or without, any sort of misunderstanding between you. अगर कोई ऐसा दोस्त है, take their support first.
Right.
And don't hesitate to call.
Right.
Right? So that's the first thing. अगर आपको लग रहा है कि this is not enough, I need a professional help, go seek a professional help definitely, but make sure you are going to a very good psychologist who can give you a good solution. So obviously you can talk to Dev also. So he has this project C, right? I am sure that you can help a lot of people out. Right. So go to a good psychologist, talk to them, seek some help. Believe me, in the longer run, it really clears a lot of clots out.
Right. Right.
So the blood flows properly.
Right.
So that's
right. So how's everything now for you in terms of your mental health? How's everything?
Mental health. I have been really good currently. So
right. So we spoke about your father. You spoke about your mother. Mother has pushed you always.
Yeah.
And father said no to guitar at the beginning, but he bought it afterwards. Now I want to understand, how about your siblings? How's everything with your siblings?
I'm
Do you
a single
have?
child.
Oh, you're a
I
single
don't have
child.
siblings.
Okay. Tell me, how is it to be a single child? Because I have siblings, so I want to understand.
Okay. Okay. I enjoyed it. Okay, there's some people who will tell, like, if you have had a brother or sister, you might have enjoyed more.
Fun.
But believe me, I've enjoyed my life.
Right.
So I don't have any complaints about it. That's all.
Really? How's everything was like? I mean, of course, they would have been your friends, your siblings, but since you did not have them, tell me about your friendships now, since your childhood.
Okay, as I told you, I have been very lucky, finding good friends, and on my mental health journey, on my normal career journey, in my personal journey, they have always been on my side. They have always listened to me, and I have tried to do the same for them. So that is what friends are for, right? अगर आपके दोस्त वो भी नहीं कर पा रहे, then what's the point of having them, correct? And yes, I have been very fortunate about it.
Do you have like a best friend?
Yes, I do have. So I have 2-3 very close friends. I'll not say best friend because it's a very giving a lot of responsibility to a person.
Right.
I feel that's a little wrong.
But the other friends might also get offended if you tell only just one name.
So yeah, like I have very good 4 to 5 very close friends of mine that I always go and like, सुन ले मेरी बात.
Right. So they are all in Hyderabad, or they are in different places?
Different places.
Right. Understood. So great. So we have also covered your friendships. Now we'll cover to the most important question that we ask to our guest on our podcast.
Okay.
The most important question is, what is life according to you? What do you think life is all about?
Okay. I feel when you're talking about life, for me, you should have a bigger purpose.
Okay.
Because living a normal life is good, but living a life of purpose is better. Right?
Wow.
So for example, I definitely already have a very
you have actually just coined a quote.
Yeah.
You can use it as a quote, written by
Yeah, I
Prodipta.
have heard of this, obviously, but I really believe that from my, core of my heart. See, there's like 8 billion people in this world. If you can serve at least 8 people also, that will give a lot of happiness to you. You will see, you just experience it in your daily life.
Right.
आप एक काम कीजिए, आप normally घर पे बैठे हो, okay? एक दिन you just sit normally at your home and you do your own thing. ठीक है, don't do anything.
All right.
Sit. The next day, you go out, you talk to some people, you find out what do they need. It might be, I don't know, like they might be needing for any small service, or they might be needing, I don't know, just go to your dad when he's trying to on the TV, just go and give the remote. Right? That will also make you happy. So the whole point is do something of service, and like here for me, I'm trying to give a very creative service to people jahan pe their overall surrounding and their overall mental and physical health will improve. I'll tell you how. So for example, you're seeing this place that you're sitting in, right? And over here you have put a painting.
Right.
Correct?
Right.
This place, just imagine without the painting. So you will see it's good, but it's not as pretty.
Right.
Correct?
Right.
You have put this painting, it is giving a enhancement.
Right, enhancement.
Add-on to
Beauty.
the thing, right? अगर पकड़ लीजिए, if you're putting a very beautiful, like a very meaningful painting to it also, like this is a very beautiful abstract painting. अगर आप बहुत सुंदर से कुछ और
adding another one,
right? And when you are sitting in your home, you're just looking at it. When you are just relaxing or looking at it, you will see, you are feeling some good emotions automatically.
Right.
That is what art does to you, right? So you will see all these roads that goes, like we have big roads and there's flyovers in Hyderabad, right? But I am pretty sure you'll remember this.
The painted one.
Painted ones, and also that cat, right? That is just looking like this, right? You remember that road because of the sculpture.
Right.
So you become more लोगों को आपको याद रखना ज़्यादा easy हो जाता है
when you
have something
beautiful wow.
on your surrounding and
within you. Wow.
So that is how art helps, and I'm just trying
ये
to do
एक
that.
रील निकल गया हमारा, ये Instagram पे जाएगा.
Sure.
No, it's really wonderful, the way you put in. I think the way you just mentioned that it becomes easier for people to remember you when you're doing good or you are good.
Yes.
I think that's the least you can do, and it's not even expensive. ऐसा नहीं है कि you have to afford it. Just be nice.
Art always don't have to be expensive, but obviously I feel art has to be that much expensive which can give a living to the artist. That is also very much important. Because I know there's a lot of artists who have faced this issue.
The debates go on.
आप free में कर दो.
Correct.
Why? Because you have a talent. Right? Why should somebody do it for free?
Right.
मैं आपको एक सर्विस प्रोवाइड कर दूं जो आपको खुश कर रहा है. Right? आपको एक वैल्यू एडिशन हो रहा है.
Correct.
Then I should be paid something जहाँ से कल भी मैं इसको कंटिन्यू कर पाऊँ.
Right.
So art should not be free, but it should also be valued, and it should also be appreciated in the right way possible.
Right. Perfect. Cool. I mean, I asked this question to everyone. What lives according to them, and people give their own definition. I really love the way you have mentioned.
Yeah.
And last time, Gautam was here. Gautam is one of the CEOs. I just have completed a podcast with him, and the way he also mentioned life, and I think I'm learning a lot. Learning from everyone's perspective, and I guess at life when you're actually living, there's so many things that we concentrate on. But at the end of the day, maybe you get to realize one day that all the things that you're concentrating on was not worth it as well. And you finally channelize and understand that there's this one thing that's worth it, or the 2 to 3 things that's worth it. And I think that's when your actual life starts. One is before, when you don't know the meaning of life.
Yes.
But then the second innings, the beautiful ones, start when you actually understand life and understand what you love. Right. So, we have just discussed about life, and then, you just mentioned that you were also heartbroken. Right. So
we all are. Oh my God, you're so lucky.
I don't think I'm lucky, because see, as I've mentioned, you can actually understand the severity of a problem, or you can understand someone's feeling also if you have gone through it. Right. So I have never gone through a heartbreak. So it becomes very difficult for me if a friend of mine calls and talks about their heartbreaks. I don't know how to respond because I've never felt that.
Okay.
Right. So I really wish मुझे नहीं चाहिए. But then I also think that अगर मुझे किससे बात करना है and I have to give them a certain solution to it, I should also know. But then intelligent people are the ones who learn from others' experiences. So I want to learn it from you. Okay. What have you done to come out of it? I'm sure it's a very dark phase, and you are all, सब बिगड़ गया, सब उजड़ गया, etc. But then, what did you do?
Again, one word.
How did you
accept?
Okay.
And in the journey of your life, you'll understand one thing. जो भी होता है ना, एक reason के लिए होता है. And I genuinely believe this. I'm not telling to copy a quote or something.
Right.
Because I felt that. अगर मैं 10 साल पहले कुछ एक चीज़ सीखी थी, मैं तब मुझे लगा भी नहीं था that will be important for me, right? But after 10 years, there's a situation came जहाँ पे I'm using those skills. Right? So this happens, like everything that you go through in your life happens for some or the other reason, and mostly for the good reasons. So what I felt through my heartbreak when I was in that situation, उसी टाइम पे तो समझाना मुश्किल होता है अपने आप को. You just have to like cry, crib, do whatever, just complete that phase. And then when you come out of it, you just make yourself realize what are the things I had to learn because of that I went through this. अगर मैं ऑलरेडी सीख गई होती, मुझे शायद इससे गुजरना नहीं पड़ता, राइट? आई वेंट थ्रू दिस सो दैट आई कैन लर्न समथिंग एंड बी अ बेटर पर्सन फॉर माई सेल्फ एंड फॉर मे बी फॉर सम अदर पीपल दैट आई डोंट नो ऑफ. करेक्ट. सो यू ऑलवेज हैव टू अंडरस्टैंड योर लाइफ. जो भी हो रहा है ना, कुछ एक अच्छे रीज़न के लिए हो रहा है, एंड इफ योर इंटेंशंस आर प्योर, गुड थिंग्स विल कम. तो वो एक बिलीव रहना बहुत ज़रूरी है. दैट बिलीव, दैट स्ट्रेंथ, दैट रेजिलियंस कि मैं आई विल बिकम बेटर नो मैटर व्हाट हैपन्स इन माई लाइफ. आई विल अचीव वट एवर हैपन्स इन माई लाइफ. आई विल हैव अ लवली पर्सनल लव and growth. Partnership no matter what happens in my life. That belief always helps, and I've been that strong, and trust. I always had that trust in the process.
Right. Perfect. No, you have a tattoo here.
Oh, I have a lot of tattoos.
Really?
I have 3. I have 4.
You shouldn't have worn the jacket though. I love tattoos. I really like asking people the meaning behind, because every tattoo has its own story. Sometimes you don't when you're a teenager and you just do it just like that.
When I made this, I was not a teenager. I made every tattoo for a reason.
Okay. How many tattoos do you have on you?
I have 4.
Okay.
I'll tell you this reason.
Okay. Yeah.
Because it's very visible and yeah.
Okay, create your own reality. Okay, all right.
Correct.
And okay,
I have one here. I have one.
That's a phoenix.
Yes, I'll tell you the story behind it. I have one here.
Okay.
So the thing is, this is the first tattoo I made, and there's a beautiful story behind it. Okay. So I feel like phoenix is my spirit animal.
Okay.
What is the story behind phoenix?
Why do you feel phoenix is your spirit?
I'll tell you.
Okay.
It rises from the ashes.
Okay.
So as I told you, I always trust in the process, right? And जब भी कुछ खराब हुआ मेरे life में, I have always, put that behind and went forward. So I have always felt like I always do it, and that is the reason phoenix is my spirit animal. And it also shows building from the scratch. See, I'm not from a business background, correct? And I don't have a lot of friends who are doing a lot of business or something. So I'm learning myself, trying to teach myself. I'm trying to teach, learn from my surrounding. I am trying to build my own future by my own self. Right? So that it shows like I'm building from the scratch and making it a big empire. I'm making it a big thing altogether. Correct? So it shows like the phoenix, and there's this beautiful sun here, and there's this moon here. Okay. So there's a representation of moon and sun in different parts of life, right? So moon normally shows a little bit of melancholy or sadness in your life, and where sun shows the happiness, the joyous parts of your life. So what I'm doing in the process when I'm going up from the
so you're leaving
ashes,
the sadness.
I'm leaving the sadness. I'm going towards the sun. I'm leading with love. There's a beautiful love symbol here, right? And I'm creating my own reality in the way.
Right. Wow.
So that's why I made it. This is my design only. So
you did it yourself? Oh, wow.
Yeah, like I did the design. I told her like this is the thing I am trying to represent.
Okay.
So this is the thing I have made. So
where did you get it done?
So I have a friend named Vinky. So he's doing Kukatpalli. So he's a very good tattoo.
Oh, this is Kukat. Oh, I shouldn't say the studio.
Sorry.
Yeah.
So
you should go meet him then.
Yeah, definitely.
Like hi and bye, and it's the one. It's a great one. No, I really love the tattoo. And when did you make the Faith one?
So Faith, I was again going through some hard situation, as I told you, trust process. So most of the tattoos are like from that only.
You know, I've heard with girls. I don't know if it's true. Whenever a girl is in her bad phase, there's two things that can fix her.
Okay.
A tattoo and a haircut. Is it true?
Sort of. Not totally, but sort of.
But I've seen
or a beautiful painting. Believe me. Oh, yes. How can I forget? So, as we run these workshops, right, in Hyderabad, like we have 50 plus art forms that we're providing in workshop spaces. So we are going to bring more art, forms all together for you guys. So the thing is, for example, you're sad. Okay, do this exercise also when you're little down in your life. Take a canvas and take some colors. ठीक है, जहाँ से you just go to some normal stationery shop, get some colors. If acrylic, good. If not acrylic, whatever colors you can get. And put your hands into it. ठीक है, and just make whatever you can make into that canvas. Make it abstract. You don't have to make like something पूरा line by line. मुझे ये पर्दा draw करना है, मुझे ये draw करना. Nothing as such. Give your all heart. Play with the colors. Do it for half an hour. You will automatically see, you are feeling happier in the process. You're feeling calm in the process. So there's this segment of art that is called art therapy. So जहाँ पे there's a lot of techniques to do it. So it's also like part of mental health. जहाँ पे we provide art therapy services, correct?
Right.
जहाँ पे क्या होता है? I'm just telling one of the techniques. जहाँ पे all these colors are there, right? Blue, red, green, this, that, etc. So for example, I'm taking some 10 colors, and I am giving 10 colors meaning of each and every emotion. So I'm taking red as something dangerous. For example, I'm taking yellow as something safe, right? I'm taking green, like you just give different emotions को एक color को एक representation. ठीक है? उसके बाद you make a canvas showing all the emotions that you're feeling at this moment.
Right.
Okay, that helps you to, believe me, take out all your grudges, all your things outside of you in the canvas, and you feel so relaxed. Right. So that is a part of it.
Wow. And what do you do after the canvas is done?
You just look at it like so beautiful.
You should do one thing. I'll just tell you something. Just tell me this, if this is a good idea.
Yeah.
What if, let's say you have 20, let's say 20 members have turned up onto the art therapy, and everyone draws their own emotions.
Okay.
Right. How about before leaving, you gift it to each other? Let's say your emotion. What if you gift me, and whatever I draw, I'm gifting you?
Oh, not bad.
Right.
Not
I think
bad.
that way your emotion is already there on the canvas, and now it's also a gift to others. Right. I mean, I don't know if it works, but you tell me if that's a good idea or not.
It's a very good idea, definitely. But when you're giving it to somebody else, make sure they also know the story behind it.
Right. I mean, yeah, of course. I mean, I'm sure in art therapy they all tell, right? I mean, you do one thing, just whenever you're there, after the art is done, maybe they can showcase it and then tell, what was the emotion behind it, and why did you draw? And after that, maybe you choose, after listening to everyone's story, or maybe just do it like this thing where you...
When it comes to art therapy, you do one-on-one sessions.
Oh, okay. You do one-on-one sessions?
Yeah.
You don't do group sessions?
No. Normally you don't prefer to. I'll tell you why.
Okay.
So, see, sometimes you're not very open to share.
Okay.
Whatever I'm feeling, I want to maybe keep it to myself. So in that case, you should only talk to a professional, जहाँ पे आप उनको बता रहे हो, और that person is helping you to make that beautiful canvas, right? और एक चीज़ हो सकता है when you're going for a group sessions, like for a support session altogether among people. At that time you can do this gifting activity जहाँ पे you're expressing कि this is the thing I am ready to let people know, I'm ready to put out to the world.
No, I thought you were doing group once, but if you're doing, just keep this idea, and if at all it works out, let me know.
Definitely, would love to.
Right.
And one of the things when it comes to like corporate people, right? So they always go through a lot of tension in their life and like every week, correct?
Right.
So what happens is people come to our workshop. So let's say terrarium. So terrarium is a very beautiful concept. जहाँ पे you make your own ecological system, correct? So I have seen.
As in for human beings, ecological system for human beings.
No, for trees, like for succulents and all. I'll show you later. Okay. You can see. Go to our Instagram ID, Arte Almanac. You can check it out over there. So it's a very beautiful ecological system for your home. So I have seen people, not only this art form, in all the art forms that we do, they put their everything on that piece altogether at that moment, and they forget about all the back noises, right? So that is the beauty of art. If you have not,
I'll do one thing. Whenever you're free, let me know. I'll definitely I want to come down to your place, and I really want to understand what all you do.
Definitely.
And I'm sure people will love it.
Would love to.
Right.
Anytime, welcome.
Right. So now tell me, so since we have spoken about your personal and professional life, from now, what are you looking forward to?
So as I told you, workshops, like bringing as much art possible to as many people as possible. One. Second, to make a platform for the artist, जहाँ पे they will be having guided team to help them out and to sell, to become independent, only being an artist. आप artist हो, आप job भी करो, आप ये भी करो, आपको करने का ज़रूरत ना पड़े. If you are associating with us, being an artist also, you should be able to have a very abundant life.
Right.
So that is my main motto. And that is what.
Right. And personal goals?
The platform and okay. Currently, maybe to find the love of my life somewhere. पता नहीं कहाँ पे हो, अगर देख रहे हो तो please आ जाना. That's what. And definitely, I want to buy my mom and dad a villa because I want them to come here, and that's what for now. I have a lot of other goals, but those can be achieved anyway. But these two are like most important ones. Right.
So next year I'm going to call you again. We are again going to have a chat, and we'll discuss what happened in the next year as well. All right?
Yes.
Perfect. So this is it for the podcast. I hope you liked it. But before we leave, what we do is we basically play a philanthropy game with our guest. Okay. So we play a small game, and
before
whoever loses.
I just want to tell something. So I know I just expressed my heart out here. So if somebody has felt something bad, forgive me. No. I'm just trying to be my best and be the best for everyone. So that is what. Thank you.
I'm sure they'll take it in a very sporty manner. And of course, you did not say anything. किसी को कहाँ पे गालियाँ नहीं है क्या? नहीं दी.
मैं गाली देती नहीं हूँ.
नहीं देते हो आप? Really?
If I'm giving गाली, it sounds so funny. So. Like I have a very soft voice.
थोड़े लोगों को सूट ही नहीं होता है गाली.
वो सोचते हैं कि I'm telling something good to them.
Okay. I have a very weird laugh. Okay. But okay, we'll do one thing. I'll just tell you. So before we wrap up the session, what we do is we play a small game.
Okay.
Okay. And whoever loses, they have to perform a philanthropic dare.
Okay.
So philanthropy, basically, it can be about feeding underprivileged children.
Okay.
Or going to a school and giving your 1 hour or 2 hour and talking to them and helping them in whatever manner you can.
I just remember something again. Can I say?
Yeah, please.
Okay. So in our 1 year anniversary, me and my partner went to this government school, and
when was the 1 year anniversary?
So it was on 5th of February.
I should have called you earlier then.
Yeah, so the thing is, at that time we went to a government school and we did a finger painting workshop with them for like 60-70 kids, and believe me, they were so happy after.
I know, right? I know. That's that's the only reason why we are doing this. because we also have done a couple of dares, and the end result of it, the happy faces, we just love that faces, and I want to make actually the impact. Yeah, you were saying something.
Exactly. So once they made it, believe me, they were so happy, and we gave everything completely. We did not take any money or as such.
Of course.
It was a complete kya bolte usko,
philanthropy.
Philanthropic activity. Exactly. I'm sorry, I could not find a word.
Okay.
And last May, the main painting where we were showcasing it, we gave it to the school.
Oh, okay.
Right, जहाँ पे हम लोग सिखा रहे थे, right? This is the way you are supposed to do it. The big painting that we did, we gave it to the school, and it's still there.
Wow.
And that is what we did.
Right. So as I've told you, I love doing that because there are lots of podcasts out there, and of course there are lots of conversations where we get entertained, we get information, lots of information. But I wanted something to be different, so I've added philanthropy. So on our podcast, all of our guests, they play this game, and whoever loses, because it should be fair, right? Right. So whoever loses, to add the fun element, we play a game. Whoever loses, they'll have to perform the dare, and on the day of the dare, we both meet and then we'll do something.
Got
right.
it.
So who do you think will win?
I love to win.
You love to win. Okay, perfect then. We'll play this game. So it's a stare game, blinking game, stare game.
Okay.
So if you blink first, you'll lose. Whoever blinks first, they'll lose. I mean, that's the only
How
game
is
that
it a philanthropic game?
No, I mean, it's like a normal game. Whoever loses, they have to.
Okay, what I have to do? Tell me that first.
Look into my soul. I'll look into your soul. Whoever blinks first loses.
Okay.
All right.
Okay.
Right. And after that, what happens? There's this placard here.
Okay.
We have written 4 dares in number, like total 1, 2, 3, 4. So whichever number, let's say I lost, you'll take this placard, and whichever number I choose, I'll have to perform that dare.
Acha.
Okay,
let's start.
Okay. So you don't have please, since you mentioned that you want to win, please try to win, because I have lost like very few times, like 2 to 3 times I've lost.
You have practiced a lot. Come on.
I did not. Oh, no one practices this. But yes, I've lost only few. I've never lost like lots.
Okay, I'll try.
Okay, you will love to win, so I want you to win as well. Okay? 1, 2, 3, start.
It's hard to open the eyes like that.
Oh, you
Shit.
lost.
I don't know what is there. I think he has spread something here so that
No, he did not. No, we did not do anything. Please.
Guys, please, next time you're coming to the podcast,
It's a scam.
remember.
Okay, all right. So we'll okay. So I have written like 1 to 4 dares, right? So any number from 1 to 4 you choose, and I'll tell you what's written.
2.
2. Okay, it says feed stray dogs.
Oh yes, would love to.
Right?
I love dogs.
Right. So come with your whole team of your company, of your business, and then with them and with our team, we'll all perform this dare. All right?
Sure. Would love to.
It was great talking to you.
Same.
And how was your experience talking to me?
It was beautiful. I normally don't talk a lot. I'm a very selective talker. But when I have the platform to express, I enjoyed it. I really, from my heart, I'm telling it, I really enjoyed it.
Right.
I get to understand myself more in this process.
Of course.
So,
But next time I'm calling you again, because there are lots many things you want to do, and I want to understand where you are.
Sure.
Right?
Would love to.
Thanks a lot. That was great talking to you. I love the conversation.